What's up, everybody? This is the poker coaching study session, and today we're going to be looking at a hand history. So let's get started right away. So the score. So we have Chessferatu, who played the WSOP Online 88 and took first place for almost 30 grand. So a hell of a score. So let's have a look at how he did it. Let me adjust this real quick. All right. Open three bet, we fold. Okay, so here open, call. Chess goes for the squeeze. Gets away with it. Above average flop. We bets big. I think those kind of spot, you mostly want to bet small. Although like you're out of position, so you're supposed to be polarizing a little bit, right? But like monotone, I think in general, just size down a little bit. Nice spot to lead here. I like it, especially like we have a diamond and a seven. So diamond turns, but the ace is pretty good for in position, right? So dicey here. We lead again. Let's see what he does. Goes for the check. I think with this hand here, we gotta continue. Oh, check raising. Very nice. And then gets called. Now we're in dicey territory. And then we make the flush. I think that's pretty much an action killer. So he checks. Oh, goes in. Guess we always fold here. Let's see what chess did. Yeah, just fold. Okay, go for a pretty big squeeze here. I think this is just a three bet. Not the best flop, but I think we still go ahead and see bet. Wow, dicey turn. Let's see how he plays it. He bets again and gets shut down. So I guess we just fold. Four, nine, seven, jack three. So this one, just a call, I think. Check, check. Oh, okay. So here's a nice spot to have a little exploit. So when in position, checks back. You want to have a very, very wide probing range on the turn. It doesn't go for it this time. Then we just fold. Jack K, we open. So I guess it's just a range bet on ace high against the big line, right? We bet small. Turn is an ace, pretty good for us. Although it's like 6-7 and then flush draw. I think we should probably bet again. Let's see what he does. Yeah, bets again. Call. Oh, that's dicey. So I guess this is like the showdown card, right? So we just check back. No, he actually goes for it. Okay, blocking the flush. Yeah, calls. Yeah, very, very. I would just check back here. I don't know about you guys. What do you guys think about this spot?
Whatever. It's fine.
So it gets called by worst. Very surprising. And we get our first bounty of the tournament. So. Would you guys prefer to four bet here or just call? I think it's pretty close.
I think out of position would four bet.
This shop is great. Yeah. Hello, everyone.
Okay, so he goes for the four bet, gets called. And it's a chop. Yeah, I think I also like the jam. So pair board, we should be probably range betting very small. Checks back. Facing turn probe. I think we just fold now. But I think on this spot, Chippy V, we'd wanna just let's see what Pete says.
No, you need offsuit.
997.
You don't have offsuit knights in your range. You cannot range that.
Let's see what Pete says. So we're 50 effective. We open from button cutoff low jack. Then big blind calls. Then it's 997. 997 with a flush draw. Oh, it's close. So I guess, yeah, not much of a range bet. Kind of balance here. We just go with check back. Ace four. Okay, so actually. Yeah, if you have that back door, you wanna check back a lot. And this is what the machine is doing. Your check with the ace four, so well played. You bet all the other ones. So open, three bet, we just fold. Very nice flop. Should we check raise right away? At bottom set here, I think you gotta check raise, right? What do you guys say?
No, I don't think so.
You don't think so? So
You can check call
50,
and beat turn if you want.
I go
so
once.
under the
One call, I do
gun,
it.
I think it's just a call.
I agree.
But on the
again,
next
small
street,
blind,
I will totally check raise it.
queen six three. Yeah, the thing is, usually with bottom set, you can't really slow play. So facing a small bet. Oh, it's mixing 50-50. And then you don't have a much of a raising range, only 10%. Okay. Calling is pretty good. Bad turn. Think we call again to try to make a house, right?
Mm.
Break river. We just
Still turn and solver. I
don't
mean,
think
he
we
should,
get
should
call
probably
here.
bomb turn, right?
Probably just a fold here.
Can you do in solver turn?
On it, yeah, sure. Say we call, turns the jack of hearts.
So when he depolarized, do we want to maybe check raise that?
No, we don't have a
No.
raising range at all.
And what is his betting range on the turn? Quick on UTG.
Kind of mixing, a little bit of everything. Yeah,
For what
that's
do we
it.
build block here?
What do you say?
Look at that.
Why do we build a block range?
I'm sorry, you're
Like
not
small
clear to
bet.
me. Maybe my volume is low.
Whatever, let's go.
Okay, so say we just call, and then river is the king of spade. I don't think we ever get to call on this. So check, and then he bets half pot. Usually half pot is over bluffed, right? So here the pot. Yeah, mostly fold. Let's see what he did. Yeah, he folded. Or call. What should we do against two opponents? Should we bet this one or check?
There
Yes.
is more aggressive when there is bounty on us, so I would not bet. Also small blind, yeah, but I don't know what if that helps us or not.
Like the 10 is pretty good for the small blind. The 7-5 pretty good for the big blind.
Checking,
So-
Louisa.
40 effective. We are button cutoff against both blinds. And then the board is 10 spade, 5 of clubs, 7 of diamonds. Goes check in front of us.
Did you click a 6 instead of a 5? Yes, you did.
Yeah, because there's a strike there now.
Oops. So 10 of spade. Let's do it again. It's a 5. So small blind should have a bunch of leads here. Pretty good board for him, I guess, right? So he's leading a quarter of the time. I don't think people really play like that. And then this hand doesn't want to bet at all. We have a bunch of stuff that wants to bet. So stuff in between the 10 and the 7, ace 9, ace 8. Even our 7s. Some of our 7s. And then we actually can size up here with hands like pocket jacks, pocket queens. We end up betting 60% of the range. Interesting. Let's see what he does. Checks back, pure check. The 5 pairs and the small blind leads. Okay. Interesting call here. I guess we just fold this river. Okay, we go for a little C bet. Well, actually, it's a bet, flop bet. Do you want to bet here? Let's see. This is button cutoff hijack, low jack versus under the gun. At 20 effective.
UTG has no folding range, most likely, and PT also. What's the point of betting?
Low jack
Like
strategy.
these 5 of spades maybe fold, but that's it.
Yeah, it could be a jam free, right? And folds, and then 10, 8 of hearts. With the 7 of clubs. PG checks range. And we are mixing. Betting sometimes, checking sometimes. Then pretty nice river. So what size should we go for here? Facing probably a very capped weak range. Doesn't really have much tens, right? Because he check raised the flop probably kind of often. Doesn't really have a set. Doesn't have two pair. So cap range, we're playing against like a weak hand. So what? I would want to size up a little bit, maybe bet pot, but I don't think we get called often enough. So probably, I don't know, to reopen the action here, we need to bet at least 5.5. Let's see what chess went for. That's a little bit small, right? But worse. Okay, we make a king. Pretty good turn. I guess we always call. A pretty good river, and then he leads. I like that. Oh, set of aces. Okay. Jack 10 off. We face a min click 3-bet. Okay, pretty strong hand. SPR is 4. Should we raise right away? Let's see what Frank sent. Okay, so it's a very heavy bet on this one, right? So it's almost range betting, right? So okay, very nice. Okay, so this one is PKO, right?
No.
Is it not? And then the river. What size does it go for? 80% pot. Okay, very nice.
Flop is not a bet for sure. I don't think so. In PKO. You get no faults. What's the point? If
So
you don't
this
plan to
one,
blast turn or river, when you miss it, so you're just dumping money.
this one he goes for the immediate raise. I think I like it. Jams,
Guy's got like aces.
easy call. Jack 9 off. Okay,
Wow, okay.
very out of line opponent.
He's a present.
Okay, limp from EP. So this range could be tricky. This range is extremely capped. This could be a good hand. This is a condensed range, right? Missing the top of the range and the bottom of the range. Should we defend here? I would venture to say no. Because we don't close the action. But it's fairly close. I guess we'd have to defend because it's a PKO and we cover like 3 players. And it's a hand that's gonna do pretty well multi-way. So let's see what he did. Yeah, he folds.
Easy fold.
You'd fold here every time.
Yeah.
It's tricky, right? Because we don't close the action. Okay, very interesting spot here. So open, and then this guy from the hijack should be decently wide. And then this guy, we have a bounty access here. I think this is a hand we want to play here. Or maybe not, because it's kind of a 12 big blind shove. Tough spot. What would you guys do here?
Up fold.
This is close. Ace 8 maybe calling.
Very close, right?
Okay, let's do some. I'll look for one.
So he ends up folding. So here facing a 3-bet, covering in a PKO, we don't have much of a folding range. Actually folds. What do you guys think about this one?
Never a fold.
Okay, you're in position. You cover. Got a good hand.
Hold it, yeah.
Unless, yeah, you have a mark that is very, very nitty, I think we probably are priced in, especially like covering in a PKO. Think it'd be much closer if it was a vanilla tournament, because people don't bluff enough. Okay, so cold call from the big blind. I think we need to continue here. Let's see what chess does. Calls. Pretty decent flop. So after check, 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 everyone is kind of capped. Should we venture into betting here?
Is it 3-bet pot?
Yes, with the cold caller.
Yeah, block.
I think we should.
Chess ends up checking. Bet call, I guess we have to see the
Now
river.
you face this, yeah. 8. Nope.
We have a best hand on the turn, I don't know. What about call?
Okay, so let's see.
So button or whatever, maybe he has a little bit of aces, but like he's pretty capped, no? And big blind is also capped. And no, I will not call.
And
Oh, you
PKO, I
cannot
guess,
solve it.
in PKO, I guess we should have just jammed the queen, king, queen suited, right? Interesting. So here, are we good often enough? Kind of a tough spot here.
What's
I-
the range?
Well, this guy cold called, so he probably has a bunch of pairs. You could have like pocket nines, pocket tens. Not really any ace nine, king nine, right, in this range. But he could have pocket three,
Sevens.
sevens as well. And then this is the kind of play like people are afraid that it goes check, check behind them. And then rightfully, because people don't really bet for 10 value often enough, especially on the river. So difficult spot. I think I like a fold here. Yeah. So limp ISO, I think we defend offsuit eights and above. A fairly decent flop. He goes for the lead. We get called. Turn is pretty good for the big blind.
No, it's good for us.
I'm not sure about that.
When they don't, they raise out a little bit of nuts on the flop, so we have stronger range in the turn.
Facing this line. I think if we had a spade blocker, it would be a fairly easy call. As played, it's very difficult. I think we have to call this one. What do you guys say?
What happened on the turn?
So bet from the small blind call. We polarize. He calls again. And then we check, he jams.
So
yeah,
big blind
not-
is uncapped. And we
Not
uncapped.
many better nines, right, in this range? Yeah, this is an interesting one. Let's see what the machine says.
You can solve it, but I think solver is folding.
Uh,
Someone is saying it's calling.
Anyone
A guy
calling?
is ripping like shit ton of value, right? It's like gazillion combos of value, and bluffs are so hard to find. It's like not close. I assume so. Like In game, you might need to fold some flushes here, which is absurd.
Yeah, I would never fold the flush here. So we lead. He calls. Turn was the 5 of spade, am I right? No, the 3 of spade.
Problem is that no flush draws result on in the street. Maybe he discounted on both, but he's not discounted on a single flush.
Have you checked if there are any leads on the flop? Because there aren't in my sim.
Instagrams.
Frank, you fold any flush in whatever in game?
Pass? Never.
Never.
So here he just sticks it. And then. Don't fold any nines here, right? Whatever 9 we have, we're supposed to continue. Don't see a single 9 folding.
He has the ace of spades sometimes, doesn't he? Surely.
Oh, sure, 8-4. 8-4 was folding. It's a flush, right? It's 8-4.
Let's see if we can find some spade and then. Yeah, no flush is folding
Okay.
ever. I don't know why you'd wanna fold a flush BVB here.
No, if you think logical, yeah, we are like mega screwed here.
Let's see what chess does. Calls. I think I like
There
this
is
call a
no-
lot.
Holy fuck.
King of spades, same thing.
Yeah, king of spade.
I think a lot of people. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. I think it's just a fact like being BVB, we just have to call every 9 in our range. The machine is mixing with sevens. So you need to find some calls with some sevens even sometimes. Yeah, well played. So facing a check, should we bet here? I like to see betting a little bit too often here. I think our range is probably 50-50. 50 big blinds deep. What is it? Cutoff versus button. And then we have a board of king of club, 10-4. So cutoff checks. I think our range is gonna be 50-50. No, it's kind of close, right? 60-40. And then what kind of hand did we have? Jack eight hearts. I actually bet 50% of the time. We get to polarize quite a bit here. So use the big size quite frequently. What kind of hands are we betting? Kings are easy. Okay, so you bet your diamonds. Fair. A little bit of 9-7. Actually bet a lot with the back door here. Alright. Let's mix in, let's see what he does. Checks back. Hit the 8. I don't think there's much reason to be betting now. And now the 9. Actually block queen jack. And I also think that queen jack would probably give action on this board. He has some 10s. But the jack is pretty good. And then we don't block the diamonds. I lean towards call here. He ends up folding. A nice little three bet here, king five, king six, king seven, pretty good against the late position. And let's make sure it's in full to us. Does. So we limp. We check. I like betting here as an exploit. We bet the turn. Gets called. I don't think I would be bluffing this river after bet call. Chess goes for it. Then it gets the fold. Very nice. I like squeezing here. Check, check. I guess no real reason to bet with ace high, right? Against both blinds, should we bet a nine here? Probably fine to check, right? Let's see what chess does.
I will bet.
Checks back. Facing a pretty big lead from the big blind. So the seven would improve us to pretty strong hand. But diamonds and clubs aren't that good. We could still make a nine or a six. But it's a big bet and then we don't close the action. It's a PKO and we cover. I think I lean towards call, but no, actually, you know what? It's a four liner, so I think it's fairly easy fold here. Pocket fours. Ooh, how wide should you be calling here? Are you supposed to be calling 10-5 off wide? I think it's kind of close. I think with this hand, I lean towards folding, but what would be your floor here? 10-7? 10-8? Difficult spot. What do you guys say here? What's your floor?
10-8.
It depends on his penalty.
Depends on the bounty. Let's go.
I think I'm torn with 10-6. Chess goes for the call here. We have a sim. So here would be Jack 10 off, actually. 9-7 suited, 7-6 suited, King 5 suited. Okay. Thank you, Frank. We'll make the house.
Wow.
Let's see another one. So 10-8 would be mixing in this sim. But again, I think if we were like much deeper, it would make a difference. Yeah. So we got him on the turn. I bet when the guy saw the flop, he thought he was gonna win. Okay, so we make a king fairly weak. I think we just range bet here. Check, bet small. Should we peel one with king, queen? Fairly close. What is better here? King seven of diamonds or this king, queen here? Seems pretty close to me.
Just go. Let's go.
So check on the turn. I think we have to try to get like a side to fold on this river. So I really like this bet. He's not having it though. It's mixing calls and folds, right? Makes sense. Check. So on this spot, I think we could consider leading from the big blind. A pretty big bet and then call, so we just get out of the way. Should we bet this one against two players? A queen nine hits pretty well, small blinds range, right? Should we
Also the
bet?
big blind.
Big blind is not so much, right? But it's okay for
I
the
mean,
big blind.
doesn't he have quite a few queens and nines in there? Ace nine suited, queen nine suited, queen jack. I don't know, stuff like that. For defend.
Yes, but they also have low suited aces. They have low pocket pairs that needs to fall versus small bet.
So,
Yeah, true. Very true.
so here it's queen of diamond, nine of spade. And then seven of hearts. So check. We could be betting a little bit. What suit do we have? Yeah, we have a backdoor. So spade is the one I wanna bets the least here. About ace deuce, same. And then diamond can bet. The one I wanna bet the most is the clubs because you unblock the continues, right? Okay. So we bet. Small blind calls and big blind raise. Ten eye board facing a bet, but we don't close the action. We still got ace high. The six does pretty well with both cards, right? We could make a 4-5 or we can make a 9-8. I'm torn here. Very torn. Because we don't close the action, we're covered. Tough spot. Raising is interesting. Let's see what he does. Ends up folding. Facing a three bet. So we need to VP it further. Need to play this one. Don't think it's ever a jam, right? We just call, see what he does. Make a six, so fairly strong end at shallow SPR, strong ends. We just call. Church. Okay, so we flat versus EP. Small blind ships it. Then EP calls. I think we have to continue here.
What about ISO in this situation? I mean, yeah, it's
Well,
been made.
thing is, if the EP is a good player, he should be trapping very often with like a lot of hands.
Eight, crazy shit, yeah.
So it's a bit dicey.
I don't like the shove though.
Now,
Okay,
now I
raise the-
think you have to call, right? Yeah, you gotta call here in a PKO covering both. So yeah,
Don't know.
He did call. No, oh fuck.
okay. So we get the hunter and then we lose to the RFI, to the original jammer, I mean. Ace five off, just call. So I feel like this is a great spot to check raise, although we're kind of deep. But yeah, let's see. Would you guys check raise this one?
On the turn. Not in the flop though.
No.
Oh, the man is here. All right, let's go, chess. So here we are, EP. You know, we're the big blind against button cutoff hijack, low jack. So you guys don't like check raising here.
No, not versus CP.
King, jack, nine. So here, king, jack, and then was it nine of hearts? Yes. Check. See bet small, he's range betting. And then a hand like ace five with the ace of diamond and the heart. Is that what we have? Yeah, this is the combo to be check raising. So we could mix, right? It's mixing. It could be a good check raise though. We end up folding, which is fine. It's mixing. I think we flat here, covering in a PKO. Facing this bet, not closing the action. Fairly decent board for the big line. I think we gotta get out of the way. If we close the action, I think we'd need to continue. Yeah. Six deuce, get a walk. Open jamming is very interesting here. Like small blind or a five, whenever you have a deuce, a three, or a four, you block the floor of his fold, so it's a bit tricky, but we super cover, right? So I think super covering here, this could be very good. What do you guys say about that one?
Depends on bounty.
Depends on stats for the villain. If he's passive, we can
Okay,
shove
Frank,
really wide.
Frank
No,
says
stats
limp.
don't matter.
We're 120 hands in, so I would guess this is level 15, maybe? Level 12? Let's see the blinds. So 400, 800.
What the starting stack?
I think the starting stack is
Yeah, if
10K.
it's 10k, yeah, regardless, it's over
Either
almost
10 or
big blind.
20.
How much?
10 or 20.
We can see here.
Yeah, so
We are
bounty
big
is 3
stack,
big blind
right?
for sure.
10K, 10K.
10.
So Frank says limp. I think this is a pretty good spot to three bet. You just
So we
call.
have 5 starting stacks right now, right? Roughly. I, I didn't see how many chips.
We have more than that. Yeah, 6.
Yeah.
How often do you three bet here? And cut off hijack, low jack, under the gun one. This guy though is so deep.
Yeah, it's got a lot of. Recovery.
Pretty good flop. But this deep, I don't think we get to raise much, especially in position. Facing a check raise. That's a tough spot. I think we got a call here. But the problem is like people don't check raise often enough. So it's kind of close. I lean towards calling. What do you guys say?
Call.
Yeah, not many natural
it's-
balls. It's like Jack 10, Ace 10.
Okay. A lot of calls. I like the call. When he checks back, fairly capped. No, what have I done? Right? So we check, then we probably have the best hand now. Should we go for value? I don't think he checks back twice very much when he has a jack. Cause he covers us, it's a PKO. And I think our bounty power is pretty high here. Yeah. Think we need to go for it, right?
I don't
Uh,
know. Let's
chess,
close.
chess goes for the check back. Yeah, we
Yeah, I
could, we
don't
could
need it.
consider going for it here, I think. Should this be an open? Big stack in the big
Sure
blind,
isn't.
probably 210, but this guy's kinda short. Fairly close.
Open.
Okay.
Multi-way, I guess we just fold. So pretty good bowler board to lead, especially when you have a 7. A pretty good turn for our leading range. We go for it again. We refer the nuts. What kind of size would you go for here? I think I would go pretty big. Although we're
Turn
playing
is
against a fairly cap range. Can we jam? Are people calling
turn is not
enough
good.
with like pocket queens or ace high? Think over pairs would play fast on the flop, right? So when he calls twice, feels like he has a lot of spades.
Yeah. Flush.
Do you like inducing here?
Yeah. Actually,
What do you mean, like 25%?
Yeah.
But
Well, it's
induced
either
from
that or
what?
overbet. Well, busted flush draws. I don't know.
yes, flush.
You can't raise over pairs, so
Alright. Let's see what chess goes for, the jam. The problem is he's fairly capped, so you're trying to get called by what, ace high?
no, he should have some
Yeah.
over pairs in his
Over
range
pairs
that
call.
he just calls
Yeah.
on the flop, even like aces, kings, queens.
Yeah.
Aces.
Can you show turn and solver?
Hello.
Hello?
Yeah, I can hear you. Just making sure you can hear me.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, the weekend.
My office. It's a Zoom, yeah, training, quote unquote training. It's the training with the other kind.
You can feel free to unmute yourself whenever you want. So yeah, the turn you wanna see after so what do you
Yeah.
think? Like it's just like a fairly straightforward turn to me. What's interesting for you about here?
The size of the bet on the turn.
I'm not sure if sizing is sufficient.
Yeah, I was thinking about the same thing. Betting a little bit larger on the turn, like 7,
Larger.
6.
Why?
Head boards.
I mean, if you start to represent something, at least do it good.
Okay, but you have weak topper and turn changed equity.
Yeah, fair point too.
I mean, I like this size.
Yeah, it's okay. Could be smaller even. And river is fine.
Yeah. I like the river. Well, okay. What should we do here with this hand? Is this a close spot or is this a
Cover everyone behind, so that's a good start.
I don't think it's close. Just fold.
fairly close, right?
No. I don't think so. Maybe
Too
easy
many
fold.
ranges held on cap.
Do you always play
Depends on
Frank?
bounty. Showing chips, but I don't think it's close.
Two
Oh
starting
no,
step.
you can close it.
So what did you say, Frank? You said call?
I said it's not close. Easy fold. Ace 10 suited plus, maybe?
Oh yeah, okay,
Ace
that
9.
type. Alright.
Look at the blind level.
Yeah, I don't know whether it's ITM or
Yeah, but
it's
bounty's not worth much, probably. Not like 3 big ones.
Should be like bubble or just about min cash phase.
So here I really like the call. I think people overplay against this kind of range. Then you should have a lot of traps here. So very nice call. Oh, very tricky board. Oh, we have the ace of heart. Big heart.
Oh,
Big stack now.
Let's go. Well, this one is an easy call. Oh my god,
How
such
do
a
you know if
beautiful
it's easy
flop.
call if you don't know? Like, if bounty's worth 1 big blind, how do you know if it's an easy call? I don't get it.
Well, you close the action, you have a suited end, right?
Yeah, but
And
I'm saying you
you
don't know.
super
Why do you
cover.
say like you know?
Well, because I think it's a call, just sharing my
No,
opinion.
but like if bounty's worth
Let's see what Frank has for us. So on this one, if it was a min bounty, would be a fold. Although this is pretty late stage, right?
Yeah, it's not gonna
Any other
drop for you
opinions?
will not change.
In my mind, it would be a fairly easy call, given like we're so deep. And then if bounty power is just a little bit high, and then we're suited. I'm surprised to see that sim. It's much tighter than I thought it would be. Here's another one. So this one is 10% of the field. And then. But we're not very deep in those, right? But it starts to want to play a little bit. I guess I'm a pip out of line here.
I'm always calling here.
Yeah. Tough spots, right? Yeah, it depends on bounty and ICM. Enough hijack. Hijack super covering. Could this be a good candidate to be raising here? Is it a bit too loose?
Someone said it might be bubble.
I think I would raise this one. Very close for me. So this is just a range bet, right? Jack eight against big blind, kind of shallow. So range bet from EP seems good. Fairly easy call here against the size.
Or do you even raise?
Raising is very interesting. Because I think
Because
when
you
you
should
take,
check raise, check X at the stack depth on the flop quite often, right?
yeah, right, and then, yeah. I don't think people take that size with the jack. They would just probably shove here. So I think he has an eight very often, so I think raising is pretty good here, actually. Very interesting. Okay, so. Just folds. Okay, just calling with ace king. Interesting. Probably mix here, right? On this texture though, with the king of diamond, I think I like a check raise. What do you guys say? It's a bet on the larger size though, right? You can cut off hijack, low jack under the gun one. Under the gun one, 70 deep, fairly close. Then big blind, have a calling range with the church. We call. Eight of spade and then 5-3. Check. He bets on the larger side. Okay, so just a call here. You want to raise with a7 maybe, a6. So more straight interaction and then a diamond, right? The ace of diamond. Okay, that makes sense. Then ace king is just too strong. So bet call, the three pairs have a good leading opportunity here. Chess goes for it. Facing a raise though. Should we do it with ace king first off? Well, we have the ace of spade, we're turning spade, so good bluffing opportunity if the spade comes. And then we're still ahead of a bunch of hands. Do we get better hands to fold? Would a 5 fold to this size? I don't think so.
No pairs folding.
Do we get called by worse? Think we do. Think a lot of
Yes.
A6. Yeah, we do, right? But facing a raise, it's kind of a tough spot. I guess we just fold now. Yeah. So yeah, I like calling from the small blind with offsuit tens here, so covering in a PKO. Again, maybe it's a good spot to check raise here. Let's see if he goes for it. Just a call. Button cut off. So here 60 deep. Cut off versus small blind. And then king 9. Wait. Cut off versus small blind. Then king of heart, then 9 of spade. Check. He bets pretty small. Then what do we want to do with a hand like queen 10? Yeah, we could consider check raising. Especially with the spade in our hand. Got shot plus spade on pair board. So it could be a good one to check raise, but calling is pretty good as well. Facing the double barrel, it's much closer now. We break our spade. I don't know. I guess we just fold now.
Fold a lot.
On this one, got pretty good blockers to the 10, but I guess we'd want to have like the upper dangler and a spade in our hand. So probably just a fold here. Facing a medium-sized bet, I guess. We would probably need the king of club to continue, and even then, right, it's very close. So open 3-bet, we're now covered. I think this hand is always a call. Let's see what he does. Calls, so pretty good flop. Not so good for the 3-better. On this turn,
Still got
guess we
fold.
call again because he's polarized, right? Has a lot of hands that miss this texture. So dunking as the caller in a 3-bet pot. Maybe. Very interesting, actually. Should we do it? Very close.
Raised.
So when the 6 pairs doesn't change equity very much. So he bets pretty small. We still have a pretty great hand. An 8 could come, a 7 could come. And then he could also check back the river, so I guess we call again.
Cool.
Fairly bad card here. Okay, so it was just a action killer that saved us. Okay. Open sevens, We face a jam. So he's jamming into a fairly tight range, right? Because we're EP and we're covered by at least two players. So this is probably the floor of our opens, right? We don't get to open pocket fives here. Nor do we open pocket six, probably not. So this one is very close for me. Depends on bounty power, I guess. So yeah, 6 and 7, the floor. So yeah, what do you say here, Frank? Would you ever call this one? Depends on bounty power,
Hmm.
right?
Depends on opponent. I wouldn't mind skipping this spot.
Yeah, because in my mind, it's like the floor of our range. With eights, I guess we're in a tough spot. Eights or nines, somewhere around that line. So we end up calling. Not a very good flop. Sixes.
Oh wow.
Hey, very nice. Open jamming here, pretty good. So we have a big stack opening. We're pretty deep. I like the 3-bet. Cold call, very spicy. And then call. Oh, just a top set. Very nice. We go for the bet. Ooh, what a river. Hmm. Should we go on the larger side on this texture? Because we are kind of deep. And then if we had like ace queen, kings. Am I wrong thinking this could be a good bigger size here?
Four.
Like 3.5, something like this? What do you guys say?
Four.
What about 5, 6
Yeah.
blinds?
Yeah,
I was
right?
thinking about the same thing,
I
yeah.
bet at least
Four,
four
five
here.
bigs.
Yeah. It's gonna have plenty of continues.
So we go small, get check raised. I don't think we click back very much here. We just call. Call again. Now it's a pretty tough spot.
It's still a call.
So he has. Is he playing like many queens? For that size, so he has ace queen, king queen. So we beat some of the value.
Yes.
Fairly close spot. What do you guys say?
Can you show turn again? And flop. Maybe let's start with flop.
So see bet small, check raise small.
Very, very small.
Yeah,
Okay.
right. Turn, he sizes up.
2/3.
Okay,
Okay.
so this is the flop strategy. So we get to bet big a lot, especially with like ace queen and king. So okay, that thought so. Even queen jack, and then some bluffs. So very polar strategy, and then betting any two. Turn goes pretty big, right?
You could go bigger to lower SPR.
Okay, and then just jams it in. So the problem here is he has hands like
Yes.
Jack 9.
Queen.
He
Yeah.
has hands like Ace Queen.
Block King Jack, obviously.
So we're ahead of the bluffs. We're ahead of some value, but fairly thin, right? I guess we need to call covering in a PKO. This is a very tough spot here.
It depends on the
people-
player.
people don't check raise enough. And then when they check raise, they have plenty of give ups. What do you say here, Frank?
So if he has ace queen in his value jamming range, then we need to call. But we need to think whether he would play value this way, like would pocket threes check very small or two pair on the flop, you know?
I feel
Because
like,
turn sizing seems reasonable, but wouldn't he
Yeah.
size up a little
yeah,
value? Looks kind of like ace queen. That's kind of greedy though on the river.
yeah,
It
right?
depends on opponent.
Yeah, so let's see what he did. Ends up calling.
CPS. Yeah,
Oh my god, what a criminal here.
you should have seen
Absolute
for-
criminal.
And we didn't even use that small sizing on the flop, right? Like it's not even like 1/3 that you like autopilot, you know?
Yeah.
it. Is he Brazilian, Louis?
Ah,
We're gonna.
But funny enough, Solver is using some 3x as bluff on the flop. Like 5-3, 4-3, you know?
okay, yeah, interesting.
And then
But,
just
yeah,
going with some of those.
this hand is a bit of a weapon, I guess.
Yeah.
C bets. So we have straight interaction. We have a spade. I guess we get to see one more, right? Although, yeah. We're very deep, but he's so shallow. So I guess we don't really get to chase backdoors at this SPR. So yeah. TPO says fold. I think, yeah, we have to fold. Let's see. Yeah. Oh, for two bounties here. With queen 10. What would you guys do here? Because we're so deep. Hmm.
There is already other players. I mean, the one with 33 bigs. Just shove it in his face. I mean, we covered the entire table, you know? So let's put some pressure on them.
So Bogdan wants to play. I think we get to call here, honestly. It's fairly close. Let's see what Chess did. Goes in. Very nice. Very nice river. Let's go. Actually, no, never mind. But we get to stack the ace king, so. Yeah. So EP opens, we three bet small, facing the button jam, the church, we super cover. Let's go. Church against church. Think we get to call this one? Too many outs. Hmm. Okay, so if we had jack deuce of clubs here, it'd be a good spot to check raise, I guess. Five, six suited. Guess we call.
Probably not to call.
So a pair and a flush draw here. Hmm. SPR is one. What do you guys think?
Snap call. If we get here, it's snap call, but pre-flop, it's not a call. Too many squeeze stacks. And I assume it's like 10% fill now. So bounty is probably under 2 big blinds.
I personally like the call pre-flop.
Yeah, so call through.
Make it. We go for one, face a raise. 4x raise, open ender, we gotta continue, right? With the spade in our hand, so I guess we. Oh, interesting, raising it back. I like this. The ace. Let's go. Ace nine. Facing a jam. Do we open? Like ace seven or ace six here, super covering everybody as the chip leader with ICM, so I guess we open every ace here. Or fairly close to every ace, ace five plus. So for seven, big blind is more. I guess we fold some of the worst ones. Wow, Bob the net says call. Wow,
It's a call.
alright. Easy fold. Open jamming. Okay. I'm starting to be short-handed. Facing a button three bet, fairly large three bet, easy fold. Oh, it's a four bet
Four bet.
actually. Yeah,
4-bet, bro. Yeah, I want to say that it's a 4-bet.
here we cover both. Guess it's just a week, right? Yeah. So Bob asked, would you defend the ace ten off against the five big blind three bet? I don't know, Bob. It's very tough because he made it pretty small and then we super cover him. So I don't think we get to fold very much, although like, yeah, no. I think we have to continue against the five. Or betting king, seems good. This one, closing the action. So it depends on bounty power, right? What do you guys like to do here?
Just
Fold.
fold.
I'm going to say
You guys say fold?
I would call it. I
Chess and
mean,
the
he can't
power?
even scratch me. You know?
I think this should be probably just an open, right? King, queen off.
Yeah, it should.
Well, it's not a mistake to jam.
I lean towards folding here. Is this ever a call?
No.
Depends on the bounties, I guess. If they are too big, you kind of throw the dice, right?
Okay. I
No.
fold. So. So here. Yeah. We even, so ace nine, ace three suited, king ten suited, not even jack ten or queen ten here. Interesting.
Yeah, the jamming range is just too tight from hijack. It's like fives, two sevens, and then ace ten o plus king queen o, jack ten suited, king ten suited.
Yeah, so somewhere around ace nine, okay. This one is very close. What do you think about this one, guys?
I call. Suited.
Suited, we can call it.
Yeah.
I mean, we are context.
Definite call.
Is this the final table or not yet?
No, I don't think so.
Oh, okay. He did call it though.
Yeah. Against ace queen, our hand is pretty good.
Mhm.
Good enough.
Fairly big bet. I think we have to call one here. Leading turn, I think pretty strong play here. The nine is pretty good for us. Not so good for him, right? He doesn't have much offsuit eights, doesn't have much offsuit nines. So yeah, I think it's a pretty good spot to take. And then you want to go big when you pull it off, so I think this is pretty strong. Would fold this one.
Yeah, same.
Jack eight, kind of close. Let's see if he opens it. No. Oh my god, everyone's all in. Um, we're fairly deep, which leads me to believe we're probably gonna have a very wide calling range. But there's some short stacks and he covers us. So, yeah. I like folding as well.
Yeah, no reason to defend trash, you know. Shouldn't this one be bigger? The bet on the turn?
So it's a pretty bad run out, right? The four liner, but how many six does he actually have when he opens from EP? Not much, right? He doesn't have king six, so it's literally either pocket six
Or ace
or
nine.
ace
He can
six.
also have a 10, right?
Yeah, I was thinking about the
Oh
same
yeah,
thing, the
the
tens.
10 as well.
And nine.
That could be done. Ace
Also,
10,
he will have
10.
some two pairs here. I would be, I don't know.
Probably checking back, I guess, you're right, Bob. Let's see if chess goes for the value bet. Nope. Check
Yeah,
back.
it's enough. Nice.
So big bet, ace high got shot, got a call here, right?
At least once.
Oh, the five pairs, I think this is a green light for a turn lead. Let's see if chess goes for it. Yes, he does. Now it's a bit more tricky. Do you commit to it?
What bet? Bang.
This is interesting. So do we get a better hand to fold? Are people gonna fold a jack or a queen here? I don't
mean,
think,
if you would go over bet here, something like 25.
Yeah,
Hmm.
that could trigger it.
The thing is, we don't get a better ace to fold. Yeah, like Tepito is saying, Tepio. Sorry. We don't really wanna, like, you can have like much worse hands there that you wanna turn into a bluff, right?
True.
And then you don't really get much worse hands to fold. I think jacks and queens are always calling. We're just targeting what ace, king and ace, that's it, right? That's the only better ace that we could target that, so we don't get much better hands to fold.
Mm,
Yeah.
I mean, with an overbet, don't you think Jack X could fold? Because our line is very believable that we have a 5.
Yeah, so let's see what he goes. It gives up. I think I like giving up here. Bet spot. Wow.
Yeah, you face this when you give up.
Yeah, okay. Guess we just fold.
It's good.
This one I would probably just jam.
Yeah.
To it. The problem with the queen nine was that we're covered and there's a big stack left to act, so I'm not sure if we wanna like raise this one. What is this sim, Dominic? Queen, jack five. So yeah, turn leading. Yeah, I think it's a wonderful turn to lead. You just lead range from the big line. I don't see why Arturas says it's not a thing. I think it's just like basic strategy. So I like jamming here. Let's see what chess goes for. He goes for the jam. I like it a lot. Uh-oh.
Oh, of course.
Big call here. Wonderful flop. Great river. Scoop it. 7-5 off. So 7-5 is
What
an
will
easy
easy
fold, right?
fold?
So I'm getting like, what do you guys think should be the floor of our calling range? Like 7-5 suited. Probably also a fold. 8-7 suited is a call, right? 7-6 suited. And then where do you stand with offsuit hands? I think Jack 10, BVB here is probably good enough. Would you call Jack 9?
No.
So close, right? So close. So yeah. This one's a fold. I like open jamming here.
Yeah, we do. Oh
I'll
god.
call. What is
They
this
both
sim,
came
right?
out.
Okay, so kind of a similar spot, BVB. We 3x cover. So yeah. Jack 10, offsuit tens, even king 9, any ace, king 7 suited plus. Okay, so I thought 8-7, 9-8 suited would want to play here, but I guess you'd rather have just like a high card. So interesting strategy. Every pair, suited nines. Thank you, Frank. Yeah, that's the thing, right? We're fairly deep, so yeah. Oh, they both had a hand. Check bet one. I think we check raise every ace here. We check raise a bunch of eights, also like bluffs. So it's gotta be a good check raise, right? Just go for the call. So when we call, I think we wanna bet pretty big here. With bluffs and with some ace X that we just call with. Ends up checking.
We have no big bets on the river.
I don't know about that, Arturas.
What, you want to export or what?
No, I would go like, my big bet is like around pot or maybe 1.2 X pot, like
Yeah,
maybe
but-
10, but, I think here I would go like 6 or 8, something like this.
I don't think it's a thing. You just don't have aces. If you play like a bot. E6.
Okay, so we lead from the small blind on this texture. Do we have a lot of leads? I don't think so. What do you guys think about leading here?
Not good. You don't have pairs. You don't have anything to build it around. If you like, if you have eight through jacks or whatever, you build it around that, but you have nothing of that.
Hijack.
You need a symmetric stack, but whatever. Here it will.
Yeah, this is maybe a bit deeper. And let's look at this one. Small blind.
Yeah, this is fine. This
Yeah,
is capital.
what about just ripping pre? Right? Think this could be a thing
Yeah.
here. Yeah, just a rip pre, right?
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
easier to play.
And you get the bounty. That's fine.
You also got super lucky.
Above average flop. So 9-8 suited, we super cover. Do we have someone to worry about? Kind of. This is close. I think I like folding here. Easy jump. Against two opponents, we cover. It's a PKO. We got a call. I'll just fold. I like open jamming here. Pretty big line. I guess we call again. End up folding, okay? What do you guys think about this one?
Okay.
SPR is one, we have top pair. But people don't really take that line, right? And he has a pretty big stack.
He's played like an overpair.
Very close. Okay, so yeah, 3 tables left. A fairly big stack, right? And then like what we can say is he never has like Jack 10, never has like pocket nines. It's tough to find the bluffs there, right? Yeah. Is this a spot where you'd wanna shove your king blocker here? Probably not, right? We're too deep in the game. Yeah. Think I just like folding here. Okay, so button cut off. So I jack open pocket seven, face a jam. The problem with the king three, Bob, is that when you have a deuce, a three, or a four, you block the folding range. So usually those hands want to limp more than. Yeah, very close spot here with sevens because I think like this is close to your floor, right? And then he jams 20 bigs, but I think it has to do with a bounty power here. If the bounty is very juicy, you probably want to call a lot. Yeah, very tough spot here. Very, very tough because you're close to the bottom of your opening range.
Yeah.
So yeah, we end up calling. Sixes again. Wow.
I like your stuff.
King jack
Understood.
suited. Think it's a pretty good jam against the button, the wide range. Oops.
It's totally fine. Yeah.
Feel like this is probably an easy fold for him, right? Ace nine off for 22 and a half.
Yeah.
It's time to,
Okay, we ISO for the bounty. Three, four suited, maybe a little bit loose here. Check, check, check. Check, check, check. And just check it down. Chop. So against late position would be, I think, an easy hand to play, but against button low jack, and then he's short, he's opening into a bunch of covering stacks. I think I just prefer to call here. Now after he checks back, are people check backing like a6 here? Fairly tough. I guess we're playing against a weak range. Think I prefer to block bet here. What do you guys say? Block bet or go for all the cookies?
After him.
Yeah.
90s coming back.
What would be bad about checking?
The turn went check, check, and then we have top pair. So I think our range wants to bet the river fairly often here. And then also like
Yeah,
the
but do
six
you ever
pair.
make a fold? Do you ever make fold a chop?
No, but I think you get called by like pocket jacks, pocket tens, maybe sometimes.
But not with this jam here, right?
I don't know. Sometimes people just get married with their pocket pairs, so
Hmm.
okay, what do we have here? Final three table, so. Okay. So the
We need
button
to
should be calling with ace nine if we jam perfectly from the big blind, right? So I thought for,
It's not PKO though, right?
yeah, it's
It
not
is.
PKO and like the button is only 15 deep here, right? 18 deep. It was roughly 22. So I guess 22, we take one or two pips off. It's very close with ace nine. Jack 6-3. We're EP. Think this is a range bet.
Hey, LP.
Hey, man.
I'm glad I did not miss out on the session today. I didn't see that you guys posted something.
Any raising here with the pair of 5? Very close. I think I prefer to check back. Jamming, very good. Bet 1. Okay. So wait. Is this a bit too loose? Think we open every ace. What would be the floor here? I'm not sure. What do you guys think about this one?
It's too loose. I think King 10,
King 9, maybe. Not King 7.
King 10 off is my floor.
King 10, okay. Now there's a big stack here, so I guess we can't get outlined as much. Hmm. What do you guys think about this one? The bounty power must have been extremely big here, no?
Bounties. That's a very big bounty.
Oh, this is bounty.
We actually win the side, alright.
What
This
is this,
one,
mystery or progressive?
no, it's a PKO.
PK, okay. Hmm.
So this must be final two tables, right?
I think so.
Okay, so what is this sim, Frank, that you sent?
For King 7 offsuit RFI. It's kind of close.
Yeah. Okay, so king 8, king 9 would be good. I
Wow,
thought
I'm surprised at King 8, not gonna lie.
every ace would play here. Ace deuce actually folds the evil ace deuce. Queen 5, queen 6, king 4. A little bit of 6
It's not
5
a perfect
suited,
sim. And
but we're a
in
big
our
stack.
spot we could be wider.
Okay. Chess, this must be final two tables, right? Or FT bubble even?
Yeah, he said when there were the sevens that it was the last two tables, so a while ago. But this must be it, yeah.
Okay, I think this is a call. Clubbing. Free roll.
Yep.
Let's go.
Nice.
Yeah. Rook, queen, 10.
Guess the second bet. It's getting closer here with our 7. Don't have much equity. Tough spot, but it's BVB. And then we don't have a bunch of, like, we don't have our best aces here, right? So we're a little a little low on ace-x. What do you guys call this one? For me, it's very close because we don't have ace king, ace queen, ace jack.
And we like the diamonds also.
Could you go back in the hand? I wasn't paying attention. I was writing something in Discord.
What do you mean?
Just restart the action on the hand.
It's limp check, and then he
Uh-huh.
bets one.
Okay.
He called
Yeah.
the one, and then he polarized the turn.
Hmm.
I think I prefer to fold here.
I got a lot of work to do in blind v blind, especially limp check pots.
Is having the 6 bad here? Is he bluffing with 6x? I don't think so. This is a fairly. Okay, yeah, 8-6. But it's a fairly high ICM spot for him. Like he's well ahead of him, well ahead of him. And then he has a bunch of aces in his range,
Yeah,
and we
he's
don't
linked
have
a lot
the
with.
best aces. So yeah.
Is he gonna bluff on the flop with 8-6 though? Probably 8-6 of diamonds or clubs since you blocked the 8-6 of
But
hearts.
there's a very popular exploit right now that a lot of players are using. It's just like limb very
One big
wide
blind.
and then
Mm.
one the flop, and then it's because population should be defending like GTO, you defend around 50%, and then population is defending only roughly 30%. So it's a pretty big thing here. And then, but I think like people have caught up to that quite a bit. Like this one big blind from the small blind is something we see a lot. So yeah. Okay, promised land. Final table as the chip leader. All right. Let's have a look. Oh, there's a very short stack here. And he's gone. So open, 3-bet, easy fold. On this one, depends on bounty power, I guess. I like the play here. But
It's a
we
shame we
missed.
can't see what the bounty is.
For this one, okay, so he has the least risk premium. But I think 10-9 suited. Probably fine to jam here. What would you guys do?
And definitely jam, Louis. Your hand plays really well when called. Even if he's got an ace, he'd be fine against all the small pairs. I'm jamming.
Okay,
Definitely jamming.
I like the jam. So here, this is first against tied for second, basically. No, second is here. So tied for third place. We can put pretty good ICM pressure here, given like how far ahead he is from those two. Then you want to use like blockers, and then sizing up, I think is pretty good as well. I really like this play.
No, it's not good.
Let's
You
see.
size down, you small ISO. Mega deep in position. At least solve this.
I think this is just a jam. Oh, what a flop.
Oh my god.
This gotta be a good three bet, right? Okay, I think we could consider three betting here.
Too wide.
Okay, so there's a short stack here. He's tied with this guy. Can we put a lot of pressure? So if we, no, I think it's too deep to jam, right?
Yeah, I think I would rather limp and jam to a raise.
I don't think I would limp here. I think I would min raise or raise like 3x. Okay, so we have an idea of the bounty power here. So where are the big bounties at? We have a couple of big names on this FT as well, right? Okay,
Can you show blind level again? Oh my god. So it's 100k
You guys
one big
can-
blind. So bounty is worth one big blind. So queen 4 chase was probably too wide. At the beginning of final table.
so we end up jamming here. What do you guys think about this one?
Illegal. If you raise, you
so-
don't probably. That's tough. I don't know. I would want to see some.
I think it's a little too deep to jam, but
I think if
I
he has
mean,
under 20, jamming's fine, but it's too many.
I think this would be a good spot to three bet. Very nice. On this texture. So the tree kind of kills our leading range, but the fact that we have an 8 is great. We cover. So yeah, conflicting ideas here. Dominic, you asked for this hand? Cause I think like from the big blind, no, I don't think you wanna use many suited hands here. I think you'd wanna use like offsuit hands. Cause suited hands, they realize equity pretty well. Whereas like, an offsuit ace here is probably great. Maybe a little bit of king five off, king six off, king seven off. That way we don't block the floor of his open and we have a good blocker with the king. So I think like most of our suited hands just want to realize equity, but the offsuit ones with a good blocker that don't interact with the floor of his range are good candidates for three bets. I really like the lead here. So like the tree is kind of bad for our leading range, but we cover and then we can put like a lot of ICM pressure. And then this board is not really good for him. And then we have D8. So for all those reasons, I really like the lead here.
Can I get a?
I think ace eight. I see a little bit of merit in three betting, but the problem is we have an eight, so we interact with the floor of his range, and he's opening into two big stacks that cover him and into a reshove stack. So I guess we just don't get to do it very much here. Jamming is very interesting. What do you guys think about this jam?
I wouldn't do it, but I like it.
I don't mind it.
Bogdan, tell the truth, please.
Yeah, I just did.
I don't know. So yeah, jamming is very, very interesting because he's well ahead of those who have a great blocker.
I mean,
Yeah, he has a fairly wide range. Okay, we have a
Would
sim
we
incoming.
would we just use weaker aces
That's
for that?
for a big blind.
So this is for the last hand, right? The one where we were big blind. So yeah, suited hands, just want to call, and then you want to use your ace blocker, offsuit kings, and then even some queens. Spicy, spicy. A little bit of 9-5, 8-4. Interesting.
But the sim is big blind.
Yeah, yeah, that was for the king eight suited the hand before.
Oh,
So this one I think is fairly interesting with a very wide VPIP. I think we have some three bets here. So I think jamming and just dropping the pressure on him is very interesting.
Yeah, because he's got three stacks that can bust out
Yeah,
before
yeah,
him.
yeah, yeah, yeah. And he's like very
but I mean,
wide.
if you three bet to, if you three bet to say like 6, 7 big blinds or so, and then the guy on the big blind shoves over, you know, it's not a really a good spot.
Yeah.
So that's why I don't really mind the three bet shove here. You could do this with like stronger aces too.
No, no, probably no. We just induce whatever.
Do you jam here or do you just call? $39 effective here. Because sometimes this guy wakes. I think I'm just calling for that reason because there's a fairly big stack in the big blind. Oh, you have a sim coming. Okay. Yeah, I really like the call here. Queens, okay.
Okay, so here's a question for you. So what happens if we cover the small blind, but the big blind covers us by a little bit, or we're like around even.
I think we just get out of the way here.
You think so?
I would.
I mean, the guy shoving here with the 8 bigs, I'm guessing that's Cinderella, right? So his bounty isn't that big.
I think this is a pretty good call. Check it down. Overbet on the river. Hmm. Yeah, maybe like a hand like ace five here is a better call than this pocket eight. Pocket eight blocks nothing, right? And then yeah, you wanna have an ace in your hand here when you make the river call.
No, I don't think so. You don't want an ace. He can bluff like ace eight. Eight is better
No,
than ace eight.
no. I think he's going to showdown with his aces. So when you look at calling the river, you want to have an ace in your hand. Then this
What do you mean?
one,
It's bottom of his range. He opens like suited nines.
so yeah, I think I like the fold here. Uh, I'm not sure if we get to fold here as the chip leader. Because my understanding of this type of scenario is we got all the chips, we defend extremely wide. What would you guys do here?
I'll call. Easy call, to be honest.
I call pretty wide.
Oops. This is probably a good three bet.
Yeah.
Oh no.
That's a little too big.
I'm gonna make it like 5.
Yeah. Well,
5.5, 6 max.
oh, I'm not sure about that though. Not sure about the size because both are very deep. So
Yeah, but the guys are left behind or left to act are short, so the small blind is not going to cold call often, right? And if he's four betting, he's four betting jamming, so
Yeah, the risk premium is high.
yeah.
okay, so yeah, I think it's just a fold here. All right,
Nice.
eliminations.
Nice.
Yeah.
This one.
Yeah, this is
I
a
guess we,
shove.
yeah, I guess we jam, right? Because we're not gonna
Yeah,
fold them. So
this guy, I think this guy has $900 in bounty. It's one of the bigger bounties on the table, it looks like.
this is close. I think I like to call here, but I'm not sure. Just because we're so deep. Because my basic strategy would be to just get out of the way here. But the problem is we cover and then we're chip leader. Then those factors, based on what I've seen recently, we lean towards calling here, I think, but I'm not sure. When I'm folding, I think there's some
Oh, he
merit in
opens
folding
tight.
as
I
well.
don't think it's a call. It's free bet or fold. He opens tight when we go pretty tight as well. But I don't know, like, I don't know how to play ACM. As a big stack, we get to maybe overdefend a little bit.
Yeah, we've looked at a bunch of big blind defense recently, and yeah,
Mhm.
that's kind of the thing that we kind of notice is like the chip leader defends the big blind extremely wide, especially
Yeah,
like
but
the
then
deeper he is.
we
So
have to then play donks like our hero. If you don't play donks, then it's hard to cure.
That's a very good point, actually.
okay, we make a 7. We end up checking back on the flop. When he checks twice, never has a queen. So, yeah. I think we jam every ace here. It's a pleasure, Dominic. Have a good one. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Let's see that hand real quick. Ace Jack against the church.
Oh,
Pretty good board.
That's really
Should we check back here? What do you guys say? Go for 10 value, the flush complete, queen jack completes. And then it's a 4-liner, so it's tough to get called by worst. I think I like checking back here. Chop it out. Great spot to lead here. Pretty bad turn though. Wonderful river. Bomb it. It calls. With 2 pair. Probably. I'm torn between open jamming and then raising, but I guess it's fine, right? We raise to call.
Never jam.
did you say never jam?
Yeah. Always induce.
ISO, I think it's a pretty good one. Jam, fold. Moving on. I think we could 3-bet here if we wanted.
Free, but probably too big.
I think I like it. I think you could go even bigger there.
No, no, relax, relax. He cannot call much anyway.
Yeah, I've seen a few sims recently where it was picking like a very, very big size.
No, it's different spot.
How, how could you know after that?
I run Sims as well.
Okay. Easy fold. I think I like the race here. You wanna be very polar with like the junk, and then it's like we can put a lot of pressure on him being much shallower than he is. After check, 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 should we block bet this river with the 7? Don't think he has much aces when he checks back, maybe like the worst one, but rarely an ace, never an 8. Maybe he has some 4 he could be calling with, king 4.
I don't mind it, but I was thinking about turn. Shouldn't we bet the turn?
I don't think so. But maybe it could be good, maybe it could be a good spot to bet turn.
Oh,
Wow.
Yeah, pocket kings, right? Oh, collision. Are we gonna win? Yes. Okay, heads up. Raise call. I think we bet small. Check facing a check raise. Should we raise back immediately? I don't think so, right?
Bang,
Because
bang,
we'd
yeah.
get rid
I
of
don't
the
mind it.
bluffs.
I mean,
I'm torn here because SPR is shallow. We have a pretty strong top pair. If he has a hand like king, jack, queen, jack, we just take everything. But
Yeah,
then
but you're far too
again,
much less.
we get rid of the bluffs.
but I think a lot of like real life example, population tendency, we'll call it off with good draws, you know. So they'll
Yeah,
probably under bluff if they miss.
chess. Do you remember who you were heads up against? Probably, right? Was it Chris?
is it ruled off? It looks like it is.
Okay, so. Raising back, the problem with
Mhm.
raising back is that we get rid of all the bluffs. So very, very close spot here. What is this sim, Bob?
That's just what we would do on the flop. On the spot. I'm looking for the check raise now.
Yeah,
So ace jack would like to bet big here on the flop already.
okay. Interesting. So any clickbacks here, heads up.
Yeah, I don't think you want to have many jams. And if you want to jam, you don't want to jam with a jack. You want to jam with queens. Unblocking a jack. If you jam with his jack, then you just like flip versus 7-5 of hearts. Because like 9-8 of hearts is not calling all in.
So here's a reaction.
So it's never calling with ace jack, right?
So somehow it's cut out on your screen. I think you have to, yeah.
There you go. So yeah, always a playback. So, okay, well played. Make an A, easy call. Ouch. That's already much tougher, but we have a diamond, so if the flush completes, we could consider calling. He's polarizing a lot. Tough spot here. Very difficult spot. Think I like the call because we have the diamond.
I don't know.
And then, yeah, river jam, we just fold. Oh, you end up calling, okay. I think he has too much queens and some ace-X there. I'm not sure about the call. Yeah,
Even his bluffs got well. I don't think he bluffs the 9 jack 10 on the turn, so he has to bluff like his 3 ace 4. And his bluff is literal got well.
yeah, I think I lean towards folding, but very loose opponent, very aggressive. I think this is a great card to double barrel. End up checking back. And then he blocks. Hmm. Block small is probably a lot of Jack X or 8X. He called the flop. Is this ever an ace? I don't think so. So it's gotta be a jack or an eight or an airball. We have a diamond and then the queen is pretty bad here. I'm torn. Very torn here. Let's see what Chess did. Fold. Think I like it. Pretty bad turn. Check, 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 check. I think we could consider block betting this river. We raise, face the first three bet, pretty large one. I think this is just a fold. We end up calling. Oh my goodness. So we turn the ace of spade into a bluff here. Then it's a four liner. I think this is pretty strong here. Yeah, I really like this play. Okay. Four bet, I like it.
That's great play.
Too many outs, we're gonna brick. Yeah. This is probably very close. It's probably a little bit too much to be calling off. I'm torn here. What do you guys think? Back. I got disconnected. What do you guys think here? Cause he's supposed to be jamming with a bunch of bluffs. And
We were
then,
looking at the ace king board.
Yeah, we're on the turn.
oh, okay, okay. Yeah, we had too many outs, we bricked. So, yeah, I think this is just a fold. And now we raise, he jams, a pretty big jam, right? But like we're heads up, and then a very loose, very aggressive guy. I think I prefer to call here. Would you guys ever fold?
Depends how weak the guy is.
Well, it's Chris Rudolph, and he's very aggressive.
He's going to be
Very
putting
light
in with a lot
VPIP.
worse aces than ace 10.
I don't know about that.
He's well,
I
he's
think it's pretty
good.
strong.
So yeah, I think I lean towards calling here. Let's see what Chess did. We calls.
Yeah, be like snap call.
Yeah,
Bro, I think you can. Wow, okay, okay. I eat
Yeah.
my words. I thought he has like his jack, his queen a lot. Given he jams.
well. Oh. A very nice call. I like it. And that's how Chessferatu turned $88 into 28,000 bucks. Masterfully played. Thanks a lot for sharing your hands. It was amazing. Always a pleasure to review your hands. Very big score. Like it a lot. You've been crushing. So, and then thanks a lot for sharing your hands with us. It's always a pleasure. So on this, we're gonna wrap it up. Thanks a lot for joining everybody. And
Thanks a lot, Lisa.
a lot of beer,
Good
huh,
luck,
Bob?
everyone.
A lot of beer.
Lot of beers indeed.
All right.
Have a nice
So
one, brothers.
we have another very big end history coming soon. So stay tuned. Thanks for joining. Thanks for your support. Also, shout out to our sponsor, pokercoaching.com. If you want to support the study session, make sure to sub to Poker Coaching. On this, I'm going to wish you guys a wonderful afternoon or evening or night or wherever you are around the world. And I will see you guys around.